Rise up against prejudice, members of the LGBTI community are playing their part in fostering social cohesion between communities and sexual minority groups. Lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgender and intersex individuals often face discrimination across the country. Pride Ya Rona hopes to change all of that and welcome to the program one of their members, Jacqui the Poet. So let's kick off by asking I suppose, one, how Pride Ya Rona is going to do exactly what you hope to achieve. Welcome, firstly, to the program. It's good to have you here on Morning Live, Jacqui. So just again to that question, how are you hoping to achieve this through the organization?
Good morning, Leanne, and thank you for having us on the show.
Pleasure.
Being some of the most, I think, marginalized groups of people, and working as activists over the past 3 to 5 years in our communities, we have come to realize through the journey that discriminations what they call intersectional. And just because you are a group of people who is marginalized or victimized does not mean that you too cannot be a victimizer. So what we hope to do this year is to break all labels and to break all of these definitions that sometimes box us and separate us, and to go to a place where we can talk as human beings, as sexual beings, and celebrate the beauty, the love, and the art that we are.
Yeah. Have circumstances improved over the years?
For LGBTI people, definitely.
Yeah.
However, what is on the Constitution and what is on the ground in reality are different things. LGBTI people in many instances are still discriminated against. And what we're wanting to do, though, is to move it away from saying that it's an LGBTI people only who are discriminated against. Discrimination goes across the board. It doesn't only affect one group of people. And that is exactly what we're hoping to achieve, to say that even though on paper there are rights, those rights are not manifested in reality because we still focus too much on the labels that divide us and not what unites us.
Yeah. Let's talk about you personally. And I know you prefer to be called a queer black female as opposed to a lesbian, which is a title I know you wear with pride. But have you experienced any discrimination of being a part of this group?
Yes, I've experienced this. Of course, like if you're going to come out into society with a certain status quo, where certain things are deemed normal and certain things are deemed abnormal, be it because of religious or traditional reasons, being a homosexual woman, being a queer woman, anything out of the normal heterosexual person, be married with a picket fence, have 2.5 kids, and a dog and a cat, you are going to be discriminated against, and that's what I have faced. I have faced that with my family. Fortunately, we were able to overcome that in time. Wherever you go in the world, how you express yourself, you know, people look at you and want you to identify and to explain yourself all the time. Every day is a new process of coming out to even strangers feel entitled to ask you about who you are and to have to express yourself daily. Yeah. The discriminations are usually subtle. They're not always blatant, but they are there and they exist daily. What we are trying to do, though, is to move away from saying that you are discriminated against because you're lesbian. People are discriminated against on a range of issues. Right now in South Africa, we're dealing with xenophobia attacks. People are discriminated against because they come from a certain country across the continent. So we are trying to reach to a place where we're saying there is more that we have in common, that we have that divides us, and we're trying to find what that thing is and create an event that can, I think, for a night, create a space where we can be free to be who we are.
Tell me about this event. What's going to be happening? When is it?
The event is happening this coming Sunday, the 26th of April in Cape Town. It's at Casablanca at the waterfront. It is titled Unchained, which is a result of breaking the chains and the labels, and with a tagline, a liberated state of mind. We have focused on sexual liberation because we have found that as the common factor among all of us as humans. So we have invited everybody, whoever they are, that believes in beauty, that believes in love, that appreciate art, to come through and celebrate themselves in that space where we can be all of us, LGBTI, straight, black, white, old, young, disabled, hard of hearing or not, foreign or not, because I think it is these labels that are keeping us as humanity from evolving to the level where we can express ourselves as God's creations and not focus on these labels that divide us and end up making us violent against each other as it is happening. So this
Listen,
event is planned to happen on Sunday. We're hoping to get as many people as possible to come through. We have Simpiwe Dana on the lineup. We have Nakani Ture on the lineup. We have especially chosen artists whose focus has always been on love, on uniting people, and on activism to try and create that space, even if it is just for a night, where we can remember our humanity and the love expressions I think that we are.
It sounds wonderful. It sounds wonderful. Well, you keep on doing the amazing work that you're doing in this organization. Pride Ya Rona, is there a website that people can visit for more information?
We don't have a website yet. We are going to activate our blogspot tonight. Good. It's going to be prideyarona.blogspot.com. Okay. Otherwise, find us on Twitter at prideyarona.
Perfect. That's all people need these days is a Twitter handle. They can take it all from there and follow what the organization is doing. Jacqui the Poet, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck for the event on Sunday night, 26th of April, Casablanca. It's called Unchained. That's what the event is. Remember, it's a public holiday the next day, so you can go and have some fun.